His name became a legend. A man who built the world's largest empire. A man who won countless lives but connected the world at the same time. He was not just a conqueror. He set up a system, led a civilization, and was a game changer in history. This story shows how he conquered the world and what vision was behind it. Chapter 1. The Beginning of Temujin. Around 1162, a child was born in the wind on the Mongolian grass. His name is Temujin. His fate was not set to be an ordinary shepherd, but a ruler who would command the whole world. However, the start was full of pain. When his father, Genghis Khan, was poisoned by a conflict between the tribes, the family was abandoned by his tribe shortly thereafter. Young Temujin had to survive, leading his family through extreme famine and cold. This childhood of despair strengthened him, and his conqueror instinct was formed from this time on. Chapter 2. Initiation of Conquest and Innovative Strategy. The conquest of Genghis Khan began shortly afterwards. Starting with the Western Xia dynasty and the Golden Dynasty, he entered into a constant war of conquest. His army was not just an armed group. He operated a highly organized tactical unit around the cavalry, and he psychologically destroyed the enemy by storming through loopholes, false retreat tactics, and thorough information warfare. He used fear as a weapon by encouraging surrender when attacking an enemy's castle and wiping out the entire city if he refused. His strategy was not just to destroy, but to create a calculated attack for order and efficiency. Chapter 3. Mongolian military system and unofficial statute. Genghis Khan's army operated under strict guidelines. Soldiers divided the spoils fairly, and the same rules were applied under a decree called yasa. He executed fugitives and did not forgive generals who hurt innocent people. His army operated a postal communication network called the Yam system for quick movement and accurate command delivery. This allowed the entire Mongols to share information and deliver commands quickly. This organized system transformed a simple nomadic army into an army of superpowers. Chapter 4. Economic and Commercial Achievements. Many would only remember Genghis Khan as a conqueror, but he was also an economic innovator. He protected trade routes, especially the Silk Road, and actively supported merchants. As a result, a large international trade network linking Asia and Europe was formed. Genghis Khan guaranteed religious freedom, respected diverse cultures, and brought engineers and scholars from the conquered region to the center of the Mongol Empire. This led to cultural and technological integration in the conquered region, and numerous cities and markets flourished under his policies. Chapter 5. Administration, Legislation, and Knowledge System. He excelled in the administrative system as well. Genghis Khan emphasized the principle of equality before the law for all citizens. The Yasa decree provided a unified code throughout Mongolia and strictly controlled corruption. In addition, Genghis Khan enabled the operation of a multinational empire by employing people from various ethnic groups. He also promoted the improvement of the Mongolian writing system and accepted scholarship, astronomy, and medicine from the conquered regions, spreading it throughout the empire. Chapter 6. Death and Mystery. In 1227, Genghis Khan fell ill and died during the conquest. The exact cause of his death remains a mystery. There are rumors that it was due to an illness, that he fell from a horse, and that he died on the battlefield. His body was carried in a top secret, and the location of his burial remains unknown to this day. Attempts to find his tomb have been made for hundreds of years, but he is still a legend. Chapter 7. Is he a hero or a tyrant? Genghis Khan was a conqueror who destroyed the lives of countless people by looting and massacres. But at the same time, he was a leader who enabled unity, discipline, and cultural exchange. He also revived the Silk Road, connecting the East and the West, and stabilized the world's largest trading route. Historians are divided over him. Some see him as a monster and others as a defender of civilization. He clearly destroyed it, but he built it at the same time. Chapter 8. Empire after Genghis Khan. Even after Genghis Khan passed away, his legacy continued. His sons and grandchildren expanded the empire to Europe and the Middle East, and, in particular, Kublai Khan conquered and founded the Yuan dynasty in China. The Mongol Empire eventually split into four kingdoms periodically, but on the foundations established by Genghis Khan, decades of great influence in world history. Mongolia became not just a nomadic union, but also a center of political, economic, and cultural networks that connected the world. Chapter 9. Genghis Khan's Legacy in Modern Times. To this day, Genghis Khan's influence continues. He is respected as a great hero in many parts of Central and Northeast Asia, and his face is printed on paper money in Mongolia. Genetic studies also raise the possibility that his ancestry can spread to millions of people. His name remains not just a figure of the past, but a symbol of culture, identity, strategy, and leadership. To this day, Genghis Khan's influence continues. In many parts of Central and Northeast Asia, he is respected as a great hero. And in Mongolia, his face is printed on paper money. Genetic research also suggests that his ancestry can be spread to millions of people. His name remains not just a figure of the past, but a symbol of culture, identity, strategy, and leadership. Chapter 10. A map of the world he changed. In the early 13th century, the conquest of Genghis Khan changed the world map forever. The Mongol Empire he unified extended from the eastern edge to the western edge of the Eurasian continent, to China, Central Asia, the Middle East, and southern Russia. This pushed the boundaries between Europe and Asia down and gave birth to the largest land empire in human history. Previously isolated civilizations were linked to the Silk Road through the rule of the Mongol Empire, resulting in accelerating cultural exchange, technological propagation, and commercial development. Chapter 11. If you apply Genghis Khan's strategy to your business, his strategy can not just be used for war. Even in the modern world of business, Genghis Khan's principles are useful. First, talent-driven recruitment. He used people by looking at their ability, not from their origins, which can lead to a performance-based culture within an organization. Second, a fast and flexible information delivery system. His YAM system played a similar role to today's digital communication, ERP, and CRM systems. Third, a thorough discipline and reward system. His unofficial decree can be the basis of corporate culture and a code of ethics. Lastly, his attitude of fighting against the enemy but placing importance on negotiation and integration is similar to today's business strategy of combining global competition and partnerships. History is not simple. So is Genghis Khan. His conquest was stained with blood, but his vision was for order. What do you think? Was he a monster or a leader who connected civilizations? If you enjoyed this video, please leave your thoughts in the comments, subscribe, and like the tactics of Genghis Khan. In the next session, we will compare the tactics of Genghis Khan and Alexander the Great. Thank you.